His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik arrived to the homeland after concluding a two-day state visit to the state of Kuwait in response to the generous invitation from His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Jabr al-Sabah, Emir of the state of Kuwait. Upon his arrival, His Majesty the Sultan was received by the following at the Royal Palace: His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers; His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tarik Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan; His Highness Sayyid Yazan bin Haitham Al Said, Minister of Culture, Sports and Youth; His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al Khalili, Chairman of the State Council; His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Maali, Chairman of the Shura Council; His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Judicial Council; His Excellency Nasr bin Hamoud Al Kindi, Secretary General of the Diwan of the Royal Court Affairs; Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bin Ahmed Al Shabaniya, Minister of Education; His Excellency Sheikh Al Fadl bin Muhammad Al Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers; His Excellency Lieutenant General Hassan bin Mohsen Shariqi, Inspector General of Police and Customs; His Excellency Lieutenant General Saeed bin Ali Al Hilali, Head of the Internal Security Service; His Excellency Dr. Muhammad bin Saeed Al Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs; His Excellency Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al Sabti, Minister of Health; Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al Raisi, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces; Major General Matar bin Salim Al Blushi, Commander of the Royal Army of Oman; Air Vice Marshal Khamis bin Hamid Al Ghafri, Commander of the Royal Air Force of Oman; Rear Admiral Saif bin Nasr Rahbi, Commander of the Royal Navy of Oman; and Major General Muslim Muhammad Ya'bub, Commander of the Sultan's Armed Forces, Special Forces. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik left the state of Kuwait this evening after a two-day state visit. His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Jabr al-Sabah, Emir of the state of Kuwait, led the farewell ceremony for His Majesty the Sultan at the Emiri Palace and the airport. His Majesty the Sultan was also seen off by the following: His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah, Prime Minister; His Highness Sheikh Sabah Khalid Hamad Al-Sabah, Head of the Mission of Honor; His Excellency Sheikh Fahad Yusuf Saud Al-Sabah, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Defense and Minister of Interior; His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Al-Mubarak Al-Sabah, Minister of Amiri Diwan Affairs; His Excellency Sharida Abdullah Saad Al-Mu'sharji, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of State for Council of Ministers Affairs; His Excellency Dr. Imad Muhammad Al-Atiqi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Oil; His Excellency Ahmed Fahad Al-Fahad, Under Secretary of the Amiri Diwan; His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Nasir Al-Hagri, Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to the Sultan of Oman, and senior Kuwaiti officials and members of the Omani Embassy in Kuwait. Upon his departure, His Majesty the Sultan sent a cable of thanks to His Highness Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Jabr al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait. In the cable, His Majesty the Sultan expressed his sincere appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Mish'al for the warm welcome and hospitality he received. His Majesty the Sultan was accompanied by a high-ranking official delegation comprising His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tarik Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs; His Highness Sayyid Al-Arab bin Haitham Al Said; His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of Diwan of the Royal Court; His Excellency General Sultan bin Muhammad Al Amani, Minister of the Royal Office; His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior; His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister; His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Sa'il Aufi, Head of the Private Office; His Excellency Abdul Salam bin Muhammad Al Murshidi, Chairman of the Oman Investment Authority; His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion; and His Excellency Dr. Saleh bin Amir Al Kharousi, Ambassador of the Sultan of Oman to the State of Kuwait. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik and His Highness Sheikh Mish'al bin Ahmed Al-Jabr al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, held a fraternal meeting at His Majesty's residence at Bayan Palace in the capital Kuwait this morning. During the meeting, the two leaders continued to discuss aspects of existing bilateral cooperation between the two countries in a way that supports and strengthens fraternal relations between the brotherly Omani and Kuwaiti peoples and achieves more of their aspirations for development and prosperity. The meeting was attended from the Omani side by His Highness Said Shihab bin Tarik Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs, His Highness Said Al-Arab bin Haitham Al Said, His Excellency Said Khalid bin Lalu Saidi, Minister of the Dual Royal Court, His Excellency General Sultan Muhammad Al-Na'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, His Excellency Said Hamoud bin Faisal Al-Busaidi, Minister of Interior, His Excellency Said Badr bin Hamad Al-Busaidi, Foreign Minister, His Excellency Dr. Hamid bin Said Al-Aufi, Head of the Private Office, His Excellency Abdul Salam bin Muhammad Al-Murshidi, Chairman of the Omani Investment Authority, His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al-Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, His Excellency Dr. Saleh bin Amr Al-Kharousi, Ambassador of the Sultan of Oman accredited to the State of Kuwait. From the Kuwaiti side, it was attended by His Highness Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al-Hamid Al-Sabah, Head of the Mission of Honor, and His Excellency Dr. Muhammad bin Nasser Al-Hajri, the accredited Ambassador of the State of Kuwait to the Sultanate of Oman. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tarik today visited As-Salam Palace Museum in Kuwait City as part of the current state visit to the State of Kuwait. Upon his arrival in the museum, His Majesty the Sultan was received by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah Mubarak Al-Sabah, Minister of Amiri Diwan Affairs, Her Excellency Sheikha Muna Jabr Al-Abdullah Al-Sabah, Head of the Center for Historical Documents and Amiri Diwan Museums and Libraries, Supervisor General of As-Salam Palace Museum, and other Kuwaiti officials. His Majesty Sultan went on tour of the museum's galleries. He listened to a technology-enhanced briefing about the museum's artifacts and manuscripts that highlight important aspects of the history and civilization of the State of Kuwait. His Majesty Sultan took note of exhibits and the main halls showcasing salient features of civilizations and events that took place in Kuwait, symbolized by a diverse range of selected antiques. At the end of the tour, His Majesty the Sultan signed the VIP Visitors Book, in which he expressed his delight at visiting As-Salam Palace Museum, as well as his admiration over the precious archaeological collections and antiques that indicate the historical legacy of the State of Kuwait and its deep-rooted culture. He thanked those in charge of the edifice of their efforts in perfectly documenting Kuwait's history. Then His Majesty the Sultan accepted the commemorative gift from the museum's officials. During the visit, His Majesty the Sultan was accompanied by His Highness Sheikh Sabah Khalid Hamad Al-Sabah, Head of the Mission of Honor and member of the official delegation accompanying His Majesty during his state visit to Kuwait.